Spirit asked me that you should be here this morning. Make sure come here. Unfortunately, the GPS took me around and around and around, and I made it. But I felt the spirit of healing. And I don't know, and I first and foremost, I want to thank this church for those who purchase even ticket, even knowing that they will not make it, but they still purchase ticket. And then the Holy Spirit told me, you have to be here. I will give all those people who purchased the ticket a CD before I leave. They have to get their CD, they deserve it. But I want to minister this song. I don't know if anyone, I sense that the Lord Spirit said I should give the testimony, and someone had to come under you to release some healing on any autistic child in this house. My son was an autistic. Pastor Musa, autistic is a demon that has been released over America. That's why in Africa it's not there. So almost every child, 90% of children are autistic are firstborn. Because of your grace, because of your grace, because of your grace, I'm still holding on. I'm still holding on. Because of your grace, because of your grace, oh Jesus. Then it's your fault, because this house carry healing. When I came, there was praying for nations, but this house carry healing. Pastor Musa, at the age of 2, my son stopped talking, my firstborn. My wife was ashamed to go to church because of the behavior of my son. At the age of 3, my son still could not talk. To pray, I thought I could do everything with prayer. Until I let go my strength, thinking I pray, I know how to pray. And I begin to ask grace to take over. After the CD was recorded, my son, 2 months before my son turned 4, I had to go for an appointment. I came from Nashville. And while on my way with my son for his 4-year appointment, the Holy Spirit speak to me in the car and say, now that you believe that it's only grace can take you, play this song, play it, and play the grace. And I put the CD in the car. And I heard a third voice singing, because of your grace. At the age of 2 and singing because of your grace. What does he know about grace? I sat down, I parked on the side of the road, and I called my son. I said, Junior. He said, yes, Daddy. I said, Jesus. Personal to me. When I share it, the Holy Spirit had to lead me to share it. Because I don't know if anyone carrying on a child with autistic, that person needs to come under you and release a grace. When we got to the doctor, he looked at me, he communicated with my son, And then he called me on the side. He said, is this your child diagnosed? Is this the same kid diagnosed with autistic? I said, that's what you said. And then he said, but there's no sign of autistic. And this man of God was actually received a letter for deportation. After he went through the court proceeding, they deny him, so he has to be deported. Pastor Musa, what can I say? All the pastors, what could they say to him? They all them prayer. They all could pray, that's all they could do. The Holy Spirit asked me to download the song and put it on an iPad and give it to him as a gift. And I gave it to him. And that was the song, only song I put on there so that he can listen to it over and over. And I asked him, if you know Pennsylvania, the detention of immigration center is at York prison. That's where when you go there, you see a lot of people. According to Pastor Samson, he said that there were about 30 to be deported. And when they brought them to the airport, he just listened to the song. So at 3, they were supposed to depart. An immigration officer came with a list and making sure everybody is in here. When he got to him, the immigration officer called him, he said, he should come. They walked outside the lobby and he told him, there's something about you. What do you do? He said, I'm a prophet, I'm Prophet Samson. He said, oh, really, what church? He told him his church. He said, oh, I'm also an associate pastor. An immigration officer who is a leader in the church. So the conversation turned into scriptures. When the conversation turned into scriptures, he invited him into his car. One of the Homeland Security car. They sat there for a long time just talking about God. And you know the time of departure was 3. The time has passed. And there's still conversation. And he asking himself in the realms of the spirit, he's singing, the song has caught up into his mind to the extent that he's singing because of your grace. Grace, grace, grace. And then the custom officer drove off with him to an area, it's like around the airport. It was looked like a train tracks. And after they talked for about another hour again, this time it's around 6. He said, this is $500. I want you to, the next train will come here, it's called R7. You can take the next train, it comes in 10 minutes. Take it and I will file a petition for you. So, when the entire church was praying for him, we already know that by now he's in the air. The only thing we realized that is the man of God coming in. And when he walked in, he said, because of your ministry.